Cruising through the streets of New York City, it's Abie's DooWop Taxi.
Let's go for a ride.
Let's go for a ride, my dear. The night is warm and clear. Watch, come and sit right here. Please don't say no. Please don't say no. Let's go for a ride, my sweetie. I want to set it free. So come right in and see. Go with me for a ride, for a ride. What's warm and comfortable, I want it just for you. Won't you come and sit right down and enjoy it? Sparker to do. Let's go for a ride, my dear. The night is warm and clear. Won't you come and sit right here? Go with me for a ride, for a ride. My car is warm and comfortable. I bought it just for you. Won't you come and sit right down and enjoy it? Sparker to do. Let's go for a ride, my sweetie. I want to set it free. So come right in the sea. Go with me for a ride, for a ride. Well, let's go for a ride. 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 Let's go for a ride.
Hi everybody, greetings once again. Welcome to another edition of Abie's DooWop Taxi. My name is Abie and I'm your host. And I got a really great show for you today. We're going to do some more of J.C. Marion's R&B and doo-wop picks of the late 1940s and early 1950s. And we just got back from D.C. the other day. We had a great time in D.C. We met all these doo-wop singers. And Friday night there was a ceremony at Howard University honoring some of the actually, it was a tribute to the pioneers of rhythm and blues, rock and roll, and doo-wop. Many of the vintage groups performed, or some of the members that are still around. And I'm going to try to play some songs from the groups that performed at this fabulous show, a once-in-a-lifetime event. So all that's coming up today, but let's get right to the music right now. Here's a song by the fabulous Fidels. A little story about some of the hang-ups in life. This is East Side Boy, West Side Girl.
West side boy, east side girl, each living in a different world. Try to see each other yet and still they know they're going against their parents' will. She lives on the east side, I live on the west side, and everybody's talking about our love affair. West side boy, east side girl, each living in a different world. Although she's so far away from me, we have not the trust of a family. Though we're just teenagers, not yet alone. When we are together, why don't they leave us alone? West side boy, east side girl, each living in a different world. Try to see each other yet and still we know we're going against our parents' will. She lives on the east side, I live on the west side, and everybody's talking about our love affair. About our love affair. West side boy, east side girl, each living in a different world. We try to see each other yet and still we know we're going against our parents' will. West side boy, east side girl, west side boy, east side
That's a rather interesting song. It was recorded in 1964 on the Ja-D label. It appears on a CD called Heavy on DooWop. East Side Boy, West Side Girl by the Fabulous Fidels. Now, how about a wabba-ding-a-linga with a group called the Big Five?
Well, I had a little girl living across the track. I used to go to see her every night. Every time I go to steal a little kiss, well, doggone, the doorbell ring. Oh, wop-ding-a-ling, ba-da-da-da-da, wop-ding-a-ling, ba-da-da-da-da, wop-ding-a-ling, ba-da-da-da-da, wop. Well, she had boyfriends all over town. I thought I was the only cat around. Every time I go to turn the lights down low, here comes some fella knocking at the front door. Wop-ding-a-ling, ba-da-da-da-da, wop-ding-a-ling, ba-da-da-da-da, wop-ding-a-ling, ba-da-da-da-da, wop. Well, 1 o'clock Willie, 2 o'clock Jimmy, 3 o'clock Henry, 4 o'clock Timmy, 5 o'clock Smitty.
The name of the group is the Big Five, and they recorded Wop-Ding-a-Ling in 1961. It was on the Junior label, and it appears on a CD called Black Gold. Now, here are the Coronets with a golden goodie. This is Nadine.
Your lips as the
circumstance. So Nadine, give me a chance.
Wow, what a beautiful song that is. I don't believe I've heard it before. I have heard it recently, but I mean, from 1953, I hadn't heard it way back then. It was on the Chess label. It hit number 3 on the Billboard R&B charts. And the cornets were from Cleveland. They were Sam and William Griggs, Charles Carruthers, Lester Russell, and George Lewis. Okay, you're riding in Abie's DooWop Taxi. We're just getting started here today. We got plenty of great stuff coming up. We'll be getting to J.C. Marion's R&B DooWop picks. We'll be getting to my feature on our rock and roll DooWop show back in Washington, D.C. this past weekend. And a lot of great songs coming up, like this one by the Nobles. This is Poor Rock and Roll. Poor Rock and Roll was recorded in 1957. It was on the Click label and later re-released on the Times Square label, which hints to me a little bit that the group may have been from New York City. They were Dick Bernardo, Pat Kazanza, Sal Tremouche, and Joey Kakulis. Now here's a really nice song by Eddie and the Starlights. This is 3 Steps to Go.
3 steps to heaven, only 2 left to go. Before I reach the door of the girl I love. 3 steps left to go.
Eddie and the Starlights were Eddie Paraducci, Troyce Keys, Sonny Eugene, Charles Saunders, Clifford Rice, and Victor Rice. The song 3 Steps Ago appears on a CD called Al Brown's Volume 2. We don't know what year it was recorded. It's not in the discography, which leads me to believe it was recorded after 1965. Okay, you're riding an Abie's Doo-Wop Taxi, and we're going to go now to J.C. Marion's top R&B doo-wop picks of the late 1940s and early 1950s. And first on JC's list today is Darling Dear by the Counts. And JC says, soulful singing by the group from Indianapolis that also hit with the like-sounding My Dear, My Darling for Dot Records. Here is Darling Dear by the Counts. Darling Dear was recorded on the Dot label. The Counts were from Indianapolis, and in 1954 they hit number 6 on the Billboard charts with that song. The Counts were Chester Brown, Robert Pennick, Robert Wesley, Robert Young, and James Lee. 3 Roberts in that group. Perhaps they should have been called the Bobs. Just kidding. Next up on JC's list today is Freddie by Carmen Taylor and the Boleros. Dimly remembered vocalist fronting the Atlantic House group with a musical salute to the guy of the title. And he notes that they were also called the Gliders, the Rhythm Makers, and eventually the Qs. Here is Freddie by Carmen Taylor and the Boleros. Another beautiful song and another great J.C. Marion pick. Carmen Taylor and the Boleros recorded Freddie in 1954. It was on the Atlantic label. We don't know much more about the group or the song. Our next J.C. Marion pick for today is I'm Sorry I Did You Wrong by the Royal Holidays. And J.C. Marion says, a spin-off group from the label's Spaniels. This tune features great two-part lead singing and a house full of sound. Well, let's see what he means. Here is I'm Sorry I Did You Wrong by the Royal Holidays. Another great J.C. Marion pick and another great song that demonstrates the relationship between the late 50s R&B doo-wop sound and the 1960s R&B soul sound. I'm Sorry I Did You Wrong by the Royal Holidays. It was recorded in 1958 on the Penthouse label. The Royal Holidays were Vernon Williams, Chester Scott, Kenneth Fuqua, Jerry Wallace, and Charles Farley. You're riding an Abie's Doo-Wop Taxi, and we're listening to J.C. Marion's R&B doo-wop picks of the late 1940s and early 1950s. And next up on J.C.'s list today is This I Know by the Thrillers. And J.C. Marion says, pre-Peanuts vocal by Little Joe and the Philadelphia group with a nice wind-up on the song. He's referring to Little Joe and the Thrillers' rendition of Peanuts. Here is This I Know by the Thrillers.
I know.
How I
from the bottom of my heart, we'll never depart. And this, darling, I know. I've told you once, I've told you twice, when I was with you, darling, I'm in paradise. From the bottom of my heart, we never, never will part. And this, darling, I know. And this, darling, I know. And then I love.
Again, I want to thank J.C. Marion for turning me on to another great song that I may have never heard if it wasn't for his suggestion. This I know was recorded in 1956. It was on the OK label. The Thrillers were Little Joe Cook, Faris Hill, Richard Frazier, Donald Burnett, and Harry Pascal. Okay, let's do one more J.C. Marion pick, and then we'll get back to him a little bit later on in the show. Our next J.C. Marion pick is Gone, Gone, Gone by the Hearts. And J.C. says, a little different sound than usual by this earthiest of girl groups of the 50s. The song is a straight blues tune and done well by the group. Here is Gone, Gone, Gone by the Hearts.
Gone, 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 gone. It was 4 o'clock in the morning when my baby packed up to leave. It was 4 o'clock in the morning when my baby packed up to leave.
Another great song. Gone, Gone, Gone was recorded in 1955. It was on the Baton label. The hearts were Joyce James, Louise Harris Murray, Patricia Ford, Joni Saunders, Rex Garvin, and Joan Willingham. She was the piano player. Later on, Baby Washington would join the group. I don't believe she was on that song. And Baby Washington was at our D.C. Big Bash on Friday night, and it was great to see her perform. We'll have some more of her coming up in a little while. And we'll be getting back to J.C. Marion's picks a little bit later on in the show. Okay, we're going to be getting to my feature on the show we saw in Washington, D.C. a couple of weeks ago, and the ceremonies and all the great singers we saw. But let's do a battle of the groups first. Here are the Royals.
In every beat of my heart, there's a beat for you. Although we're so far apart, my love is true. In all my conversations, you're my inspiration. Everything I do, I'll do for you.
That's a really great version of that song, Every Beat of My Heart. It was recorded in 1952. It was on the Federal label. And the Royals were Henry Booth, Charles Sutton, Lawson Smith, Sonny Woods, and Alonzo Tucker. And it's funny, it would only be 9 years later, 1961, and it seems like between that version of the song and the Gladys Knight and the Pips version of the song, a lot more time was in between, but it wasn't. It was only 9 years till Gladys Knight and the Pips recorded the same song. The only thing I don't like about that song is it's too short. It's only 2 minutes and 4 seconds, but it's enough to have made it a number 6 Billboard pop hit and a number 1 Billboard R&B hit in 1961 on the VJ label. Both versions are great, okay, and it's really hard to pick a winner. Gladys Knight and the Pips were from Atlanta, and they were Gladys Knight, Merrill Knight, William Guest, and Edward Patton. Okay, you're riding in Abie's DooWop Taxi, and next up on Abie's DooWop Taxi today, I want to take you down to Washington, D.C. That's where we were on June 25th at Howard University for a show I'll never forget. It was the DooWop in D.C., a reunion tribute to the pioneers of rhythm and blues, rock and roll, and DooWop. And I'm telling you, the things we saw there, the acts we saw there, once in a lifetime. You'll never see them again. We saw the Chords, Eddie Rich and the Swallows, the legendary Oreos, Lillian Leach and the Mellows, Baby Washington, the Five Discs, Jay Johnson of the Diablos, Lorraine Antonio Lafonso and the Socialites, the Vallons, the Exhilarations, the Magics, the Memories, the Cliquettes, and the Continentals had gotten together for the first time in 49 years. Also members of the Chantels. Awards were given out, etc., etc., etc. So I'm going to try to go one at a time and play one of their songs each, one at a time. And also in attendance at that show, who I got to meet, and what a thrill it was to meet this guy, because I've seen him for years, I've seen him on TV, I've loved his records, is Herbie Cox of the Cleftones. So I'm going to start off with one of his songs, and this was from a live CD that they have out now. The name of the CD is Cleftones Live Today, and this is Heart and Soul. That current version of Heart and Soul is on a CD called The Cleftones Live Today. The original version of Heart and Soul was a number 18 hit on the Billboard Pop charts and a number 10 hit on the Billboard R&B charts in 1961. The original Cleftones, who were from Jamaica, Queens, and New York City, were Herbie Cox, Charlie James, Berman Patterson, William McLean, and Warren Corbin. Certainly Herbie Cox is still with the group. I got to meet him, and it was a real thrill. And I'm not sure about the other members, but they're a great act, and if you want their CD, just give me an email, and I'll try to arrange for you to get it. I'll email Herbie and ask him how it can be bought. My email address is abmitt@aol.com. Okay, getting to the groups that were at the show, one was the Chords. You know, so much time has gone by from the time these groups have recorded to now that they have to improvise and add other members and ask people to help them out. So some of the original members were there. Amongst the group was Arthur Cryer, and he helped out several groups on that night. He originally was with Dean Barlow and the Crickets. And here is from the Chords, the song that they sang that night, which is Shaboom.
Life could be a dream, life could be a dream. Shaboom. Life could be a dream if I
I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life would be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, and open we'll meet again. Boom, ding dong, ding dong, lang, lang, lang. Oh, 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 dip, a bit, but dip, oh, life would be a dream. If only all my precious plans would come true. If you would let me spend my whole life loving you, life would be a dream, sweetheart.
Every time I look at you, something is on my mind. If you do what I want you to, maybe we'll be so high.
Oh, life would be a dream. Shaboom, if I could take you up in paradise up above. Shaboom, and tell me, darling, I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, and hope we'll meet again. Boom, life could be a dream. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Shaboom, if I could take you up in paradise up above. Shaboom, and tell me, darling, I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, and hope we'll meet again. Boom, boom, boom. Ding dong, ding dong, life could be a dream. Life could be a dream. Shaboom.
Shaboom was a number 2 hit in 1954 on the Billboard R&B charts. The chords were from the Bronx, New York, and they were Carl Feaster, Jimmy Keys, Floyd McRae, who was there that night. I'm not sure what other members were there, but I know he was, because he received one of the Atlanta DooWop Association Elder Statesman Awards. Other members of the original group were Claude Frazier, William Edwards, and Rupert Branker. Also to receive an Atlanta DooWop Association Elder Statesman Award was Eddie Rich of the Swallows. And he sang with remaining members of his group, and he sang this song. Here is Will You Be Mine?
Will you be mine as you were once before? I've always been the same. So my darling, who's to blame? Am I a fool? What's this thing all about? Did I do wrong? Or are you in doubt? I do nothing but wonder, hoping you'll come back. I can't stand it much longer. Darling, this is no act. I'll pray till then. But you could say sometime I'll ask again. Can and will you be mine?
I do nothing but wonder, hoping that you'll come back. much longer.
Longer.
Darling, this is no act.
I'll pray till then. But you could say sometime. I'll ask again. Can and will you be mine?
A beautiful song in 1951 when the Swallows brought that to number 9 on the R&B charts, and the beautiful song is sung in Washington, D.C. on that great Friday night. Will You Be Mine was recorded on the King label. The original Swallows were Eddie Rich, who was there that night, Irving Turner, Earl Hurley, Herman Denby, Frederick Johnson, and Norris Mack. Also receiving an award that night was Ernie Warren of the Cardinals. They didn't perform that night, but here is a song that they brought to number 4 on the Billboard R&B charts in 1955. This is The Door Is Still Open.
I must confess that I cried from loneliness, and the door is still open to my heart. You are to me like the honey is to the bee, and the door is still open to my heart. I'm not ashamed to cry. It's better than to hold it inside. And I won't be satisfied until you're here by my side. You are as close to me as 2 is to 3, and the door is still open to my heart.
The title of that song is The Door Is Still Open, and it was recorded in 1955. It did hit number 4 on the Billboard R&B charts. It was on the Atlantic label. A note in my book says it was written by Chuck Willis, and the Cardinals were Ernie Warren, who was there to receive his reward, Meredith Brothers, Leon Hardy, and Donald Johnson. Also performing that night was a group called the Legendary Oreos with some of the original members, and they sang Crying in the Chapel in honor of the late Sonny Till. And here is that.
You saw me crying in the chapel, the tears I
tears of joy. I know the meaning of contentment. I am happy with the Lord. Just a plain and simple chapel where all good people go to pray. I prayed the Lord that I'll grow stronger as I live from day to day. I searched and I searched, but I couldn't find no way on earth to find peace of mind. Now I'm happy in the chapel where people are of one accord. Yes, we gather in the chapel just to sing and praise the Lord. You'll search and you'll search, but you'll never find no way on earth to find peace of mind. Take your troubles to the chapel. Get down on your knees and pray. Then your burdens will be lighter, and you'll surely find a way.
Imitation is the best form of flattery, and how many people have recorded that song after Sonny Till and the Oreos brought it to #1 in 1953 on the Billboard R&B charts. It was on the Jubilee label. The original Oreos were from Baltimore, and they were the late Sonny Till who was the lead singer on that song, Alexander Sharp, George Nelson, and Johnny Reed, with Tommy Gallagher playing the guitar. It was a great honor and a real thrill for me to meet Lillian Leach, lead singer of the Mellows, a woman whose music I've been hearing for years and years, first introduced to me by Don K. Reed of CBS FM. I was around in the early 1950s when this music was being produced, but I wasn't exposed to it. Having grown up in a white, middle-class neighborhood in Brooklyn, the music didn't filter into me. And I'm absolutely elated that I could get to meet some of these people at this stage in my life. It's funny, but Lillian Leach and the Mellows' biggest hit was Smoke From Your Cigarette. And I understand from hearsay, she didn't tell me this herself, but I understand that she did mention that she doesn't really like that song and she doesn't sing it much. But she did sing a couple of other great songs, and here's one of them. This is a live version of How Sentimental Can You Be from a recent CD by Lillian Leach and the Mellows.
I'm not the one to hide my feelings, to lie awake and cry. I stay in crowds, laughing out loud. Friends question my false gaiety. Since you've been away, how sentimental can I be? Can I be? laughing at clowns. They all laugh back at me. Since you've been away, how sentimental can I be? Now mornings when I rise and wipe my weeping eyes,
Dreams can never take your place.
whoa,
Mornings when I rise
and wipe my weeping eyes. Is there
see your face.
my darling? I need someone new. I'm lost without you. You hold my love, my destiny. Since you've been away, how sentimental can I be? How sentimental can I be?
How sentimental can I be?
A truly beautiful song, and can anybody do it better than Lillian Leach? Maybe as good, but I don't think better. The original How Sentimental Can I Be, and that was a live version that was recorded much more recently, but the original was recorded in 1954 on the J.D. label. Now, the original mellows were Lillian Leach, Harold Johnson, John Wilson, and Norman Brown. Now, on the liner notes of this CD, it explains the personnel changes over the years, and let's see if we can follow it. And in 1956, Norman Brown was replaced by Arthur Cryer, and Gary Morrison became the fifth member. In 1983, the Mellows reunited with personnel consisting of Lillian Leach, Arthur Cryer, Gary Morrison, and Eugene Tompkins. In 1988, Gary Morrison passed away, and he was replaced by Sammy Fain. So the members today, it appears, are Lillian Leach, Arthur Cryer, Eugene Tompkins, and Sammy Fain. Next we have Baby Washington, an original member of a group called the Hearts, who went solo later on in her career. She sang, and she sang very well that night. And I don't think she sang this song, but it's one of my favorites, and that's one of her biggest hits. From a recently self-produced CD that was available at the concert that night, here's Baby Washington with The Time.
Now the time has
The original recording of the time was a number 22 R&B hit on the Billboard Pop Charts in 1959. It was on the Neptune label. Baby Washington was born Jeanette Washington, and she was also known as Justine Washington. She was born in South Carolina, but raised in Harlem, New York, where I'm sure the influences were much greater for her to sing this kind of music. And I must say she put on a magnificent performance that night. And you know, the funny thing is, you're so in awe of these people and watching them, and you're so amazed and thrown back by seeing these great singers perform that it's hard to remember sometimes what songs they sang. You're just watching them and going, wow, this is great, this is great. But I think she may have sang this song, and this is another song off of the CD. This is Nobody Cares. Great Baby Washington with the song that hit number 17 on the Billboard R&B charts in 1961, and a song I believe she sang that night in Washington, D.C. Nobody Cares. It was on the Neptune record label. And what would a great doo-wop show be without some hardcore doo-wop from a group like the Five Discs? They were there, and they sang, and they were great, and here's the song they sang. The original version of I Remember was recorded in 1958. It was on the Emge label. I'm not sure how many of the original members were there. Probably many were. The original members were Mario D'Andretti, Paul Albano, Tony Basil, Joe Barcelona, and Charles DeBella. And I'm telling you, it was really great to see these guys sing that song. It was so great. They got such a big hand. You're riding in Abie's DooWop Taxi, and we're reviewing the DooWop in D.C., a reunion tribute to the pioneers of rhythm and blues, rock and roll, and doo-wop, which took place on June 25th, 2004. And we still got plenty of great songs to go. Also there was Lorraine Anthonio LaFazzo of a group called the Socialites. They sang a couple of great songs, and I happen to have one by them. Here's Jimmy by the Socialites.
Jimmy, wherever you are, I want you to know that I love you. When I first met you, Jimmy, couldn't forget you. Jimmy,
Jimmy was recorded in 1962, was on Arawak Records. And I have a quote here from Bruce Wolfe, who was also at the party. Ms. Lorraine LaFosco is not only outgoing and charming, she also has a sense of humor and one fantastic voice. Bruce evidently met her, had a good time meeting her, and we all had a good time meeting all of these great legends of doo-wop and R&B that night. Also present that night and performing at the show was a group called the Vellons. They were a local Washington, D.C. group, and I'm going to read to you from a CD they had on sale that night. The Vellons is a vocal group date back to the early 1960s as a street corner harmony group from our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Influenced by premier vocal groups such as the Moonglows, the Drifters, the Flamingos, and the Heartbeats, clearly among the very best street corner vocal groups of the 1950s, the Vellons worked their sound into smooth, distinctive harmonies featured on this package. And from this package, from this CD, is this song, This Is 1 Million Years.
from my heart. The hours, just like days. The days, just like years. I had to have someone to love. I found somebody new. 1,000,000 years too late. What made you think that I would wait? You didn't write or call. You didn't care at all.
The name of the group is the Vellons. I don't know the members' names. And the name of the CD is The Vellons Come and Get These Memories. It's on Collectible Records. And what a great sound they have, and what a great show they put on. Also performing that night was a group called the Magics. And this is Chapel Bells.
Chapel bells, I hear them ringing. Angel choir, hear them singing. You never loved me. You never loved me at all. You never loved me at all. Now I'm kneeling. Father, hear me pray. Nature's answering. Hear her sing. You never loved me. You never loved me at all. The bells in the chapel give out their sorrowful sound. The hand on the steeple clock has stopped, for you have done me wrong. In the chapel, bells still ringing. High in heaven, angels still singing. You never loved me. You never loved me at all.
Another great sound from another great group. The original Magics were Don Manzo Jr., Mike Lanzo, Richard Plotkin, and Paulette Costa. They were selling a CD that night called The Precisions and the Magics, featuring Chapel Bells and a bunch of other songs. And they have photos of the group from back then, from 1960s, the early 1960s. Paulette Costa, Dick Plotkin, Mike Lanzo, Ken Marsh, Ted Santos, and Dom Manzo are in the CD. If you'd like more information about this CD, it says to email Dick Plotkin, that's DICKPLOTKIN at earthlink.net. And there's also a phone number. It's 1-800-830-7463. Another great group, the Cliquettes, were there, and they sang this.
Because of my friend, you made me my best friend. You felt like my true friend. I'll never be happy again. No, never again. My best friend, you broke my heart. You promised that evening. Because of my best friend, my true friend, I'll never be happy again. I thought she was a friend I could trust, but now, oh yeah, now I see so plainly that she wasn't a friend at all. She took you away from me. Oh, my best friend, you believe because of my friend. You my true friend, my best friend. I'll never be happy again. Because my friend, I trust my friend. No.
Because of My Friend is a truly great song. It was recorded in 1959. It was on the Dice label. The original Cliquettes were Charlotte McCartney, Barbara Jean English, Sylvia Hammond, and Trudy McCartney. I don't know for sure if they were all there or if they had to substitute other members for the group, but I'll tell you this, they were fabulous. The original members of the Chantels were Arlene Smith, Jackie Laundrie, Sonia Gehring, Renee Minus, and Lois Harris. Renee Minus and Lois Harris were at the show that night. They had a couple of other ladies singing with them, and Saturday night at our party, they sang this song, Here's Maybe.
Maybe
maybe is an R&B rock and roll doo-wop classic. I don't think it's ever been matched. It's one of the greatest songs ever recorded. It was recorded in 1958. It hit number 15 on the Billboard Pop charts and number 2 on the Billboard R&B charts. It was on the End record label, and they were fantastic. Seeing all these groups was just so great. Certainly there were many highlights that night, depending on your opinions of what groups you like better and what your personal highlights may have been. But my personal highlight was the Continentals. And the thing that really blew me out about them was when they said that this is the first time they had been together in 49 years. Now I'm looking at my discography, and they had songs released in 1956 through 1962, so I got to assume that they recorded all the songs in 1955 and then released them a little bit at a time in years to come, because that's the only way they could have not seen each other in 49 years. 49 years would mean that they did all these recordings, said goodbye to each other, and never sang together again. Incredible. But they were together that night, and they sang Dear Lord, one of my favorite songs. So here is Dear Lord.
Dear Lord, please answer me. Please hear my plea. Lord, please hear my plea. Send me down someone to love. Send me down the love of love. Dear Lord, I'm blue.
Dear Lord was released in 1956. It was on the Whirling Disc label. The original Continentals, and I believe they were all there, was James Gooden, Bill Davis, Sidney Gray, Demetrius Clear, Daniel Hicks, and Herman Montgomery. Finally, I have one more song I want to play from the show. Warren Suttles and Leonard Pusey of the Ravens, amongst others, received the Atlanta Doo-Wop Association Elder Statesman Award. And I want to play a song by the Ravens. This is Careless Love.
Well, it's love. careless love. Yes, it's love. Oh, love, oh, careless love. Well, it's love, oh, love. Oh, careless love. Baby, can't you see what careless love has done? Yes, it caused me to weep and it caused me to mourn. Well, it caused me to weep and it caused me to mourn. Yes, it caused me to weep, caused me to mourn, caused me to lose my happy home. Well, it's love, love, ooh, love, ooh, careless love. Love, 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 oh, careless love. See what careless love has done. Caused me to weep, caused me to mourn, baby, and it caused me to leave my happy home. Well, it's love, careless love. Yes, it's love, love, oh, careless love. Caused me to weep and mourn, to lose my happy home. Since you left me, baby, I'm all alone, sitting here by the telephone. I'm through, baby, with careless love.
Careless Love was recorded in 1949. It didn't make the R&B or the pop charts, but it was one great song. The Ravens were from New York City, and they were Mate Marshall, Leonard Pusey, Warren Settles. Both those gentlemen were there, and they received their award that night, and Jimmy Ricks. That about sums up all of the songs I'm going to play from that show from that night, but I just want to make other mentions that there were awards given out to Eddie Rich of the Swallows, Ernie Warren of the Cardinals, Bill Pinkney of the Drifters, Harold Windley of the Clovers, James Pookie Hudson of the Spaniels, Herman Jr. Denby of the Swallows, Johnny Reed of the Oreos, Warren Settles of the Ravens, and Leonard Pusey of the Ravens. Also Floyd Buddy McRae of the Chords. Disc jockey Hal Jackson got an Achievement Award. The Atlanta DooWop Association Pioneer Image Award went to Richard Barrett and the Chantels. The Atlanta DooWop Association Pioneer Recording Award went to Bobby Robinson, Red Robin Records, and the Record Shaboom by the Chords. The Atlanta DooWop Association Special Recognition Award went to Eli Reed, photographer, Leon, actor, Tom Spain, filmmaker, Andrew Fredericks, a filmmaker, Hal Keshner, band leader, Kenny O'Banion, graphic artist, Roberta McLeod, the director of the Howard University Blackburn Center. Honorable mentions were made to Bruce Wolfe, Marsha Grant, Brian Donegan, Marv Goldberg, Joan Tompkins, William S. Johnson Jr., Jamelia Alston, Nikki Gustafson, Barbara Lezak, Harry Turner, Todd Baptista, Dorothy Cryer, Jim Dunn, Barbara Ann, David Hinckley, John Clement, Carol Frazier, Arlene Foote Patterson, and Bernice Barry. And I'd like to make my own honorable mention, and that's to Patricia Frederick for helping me out in getting all the facts straight for this show today. Thanks, Patricia. And that's about it, folks. A great time was had by all. Certainly a night to remember. I'll never forget that night. It will stick with me forever. Okay, you're still riding in Abie's DooWop Taxi, and what a ride we've been on today. This has been one fantastic ride. We still have some time left, so let's get back to J.C. Marion's R&B doo-wop picks of the late 1940s and early 1950s. We still have a few songs left. The next song we have on J.C. Marion's list today is Where Are You by the Mellow Moods. And J.C. says, Ray Wooten on lead of this early 50s masterpiece, which was created too soon for Moondog to give his push and create a buzz for this group. Here is Where Are You by the Mellow Moods.
Where are you now that I need you? Now that I want you so badly, I could cry. I could cry. Where are you now that I want you? Now that I need you so badly, I could cry. I had you at my beck and call anytime at all. I guess I took too much for granted and sigh away and cry. Where are you now that I need you? Now that I want you so badly, I could cry. I had you and my beck and call. I call you anytime at all. I guess I took too much for granted to let you sigh and cry. Please tell me, where are you now that I need you? Now that I want you so badly, I could cry.
A number 7 R&B hit in 1952, The Mellow Moods with Where Are You was recorded on the Robin record label. The Mellow Moods were from New York City, and they were Ray Wooten, Bobby Williams, Monteith Owens, Alvin Baylor, and Jimmy Bertha. Next up on J.C. Marion's list today is I Cried by the Velvets. J.C. says, singular sound on this memorable tune which probes the sad part of a love affair. Nice dramatic touch on the bridge makes this record a winner. I know this song, and it sure is a winner. Here is I Cried by the Velvets.
I cried, it did no good. I cried, you never understood. I cried for you. I cried, but you wasn't true to me. I lied, and you didn't hear my plea. I sighed, just to keep my love for you, for you. this love was full of bad. I cried. Darling, please come back to me. Wherever you may be, I lie just to keep my love for you.
Another great song from the pre-rock and roll doo-wop R&B era, 1954. It was recorded on the Red Robin label. I Cried by the Velvets. The Velvets were Charles Sampson, Donald Razor, Burl Ashton, George Thorpe, and Joe Razor. Our next JC pick for today is by the Heartbeats. It's Darling How Long. And JC says, second big hit for the group, and features one of the great bridge vocals ever. Listen to the counter vocals between bass and high tenor on the echo effect. Priceless. Okay, JC, we'll do that. Here is Darling How Long by the Heartbeats.
How long must I wait? How long must I pretend? I need your love, I need your heart. How long, darling, how long? How long will it last? How far from the time? I need your love, I need your heart. How long, darling, how long?
How long will it last? How far will it last? Darling, darling, I need you. Oh, I pray. How long will it last? How far will it last? Darling, 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 will it last?
How long will it last? How far from the past? I need your love, I need your heart. How long, darling, how long?
Well, that's always been one of my favorite songs by the Heartbeats. It was recorded in 1956 on the Hull record label, Darling How Long. And the Heartbeats were James Shepard, Albert Crump, Robert Tatum, Vernon Sievers, and Wally Roker. We have two more picks by J.C. Marion today, and he writes they are two 1956 Jump classics on G Records. First is I Want You to Be My Girl by the Teenagers. And J.C. says, Sherman Garn's now getting into the habit of a signature bass break as an intro to tunes by the group. Perfect jump tune right into the Yes I Do chorus at the end. Here is, by the Teenagers, I Want You to Be My Girl.
I
follow-up to Why Do Fools Fall in Love hit number 13 on the Billboard Pop charts and number 3 on the Billboard R&B charts. It was on the G record label in 1956. Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers were from New York City, and they were Frankie Lyman, Herman Santiago, Jimmy Merchant, Joe Negrani, and Sherman Garnes. Okay, we have one more J.C. Marion pick for today, and that's The Other Jump Tune. And J.C. Marion picks Little Girl of Mine by the Cleftones, one of my favorite groups. We met Herbie Cox in Washington, D.C. I told you about that. J.C. says, developed into a teenage national sing-along that made vocal groups the top of the pops in the mid-50s. Herbie Cox shows why he was as good as gold on lead, and certainly he was. Those are my words. Here are the Cleftones with Little Girl of Mine.
Yeah.
Oh, little girl of mine, you sure look fine. Yes, you appeal to me. I'll never set you free. Be my loving baby till the end of time. I can't sleep, get you off my mind. The boys all roll their eyes as we go strolling by. It's not so hard to see that they all envy me. 'Cause you're my loving baby, you belong to me. That's the way it was meant to be. Oh, well, now I know I love you so. I'll never, ever let you go. I need your love, oh, so much. I thrill to your touch. Oh, well, now I know I love you so. I'll never, ever let you go. I need your love, oh, so much. I thrill to your touch. So, little girl, stay. That's all I ask of you. Be mine and mine alone. Don't leave your happy home. 'Cause I love you, baby, and I always will. You're my one and only thrill. My baby, oh honey, oh yeah.
In 1956, Little Girl of Mine hit number 57 on the Billboard Pop charts and number 8 on the Billboard R&B charts for the Cleftones. It was one of their earliest hits. The Cleftones were from Jamaica, Queens, New York. I said that before, and they were Herbie Cox, Charlie James, Berman Patterson, William McLean, and William Corbin. And finally, today, just as a footnote to today's show, at our Saturday night party, a gentleman comes over to me and introduces himself. His name was Dave Goddard, and he was from the Aquatones, and I want to play one of his songs from his CD, and this is You.
My darling, I am lonely. Now that you've gone, please come back to me. You're
That's the Aquatones off their CD, The Aquatones 40 Years Later, with a song that they originally did in 1958, which did hit the R&B charts at number 11. The Aquatones were from Long Island, and they were Lynn Nixon, Larry Venata, Dave Goddard, who I met Saturday night at the party, and Eugene McCarthy. And that's going to do it for today. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and for listening to Abie's DooWop Taxi. Bye-bye.